most. Ain't no half stepping, see you at the crossroads.
Money over on my head stop. Here lies young, getting paid for. Never take a loss on my head stop. Only take a when I'm dead. Gang 3 times on my head stop. Been from the cradle to the grave. Now your favorite rapper name on the head stop. Too late, you already dead.
It was written in the children's story. Their life's a so what you want? Every day I struggle with it. Only God could tell me slipping. I'm infinitely big through the genesis. That presidents drop a on them. On earth, these the last days. Go you get money. Quiet storm. Have it thoughts. For the cream, renegade. For the money, only green is the. I'm a player on the late night tip. So these see the prototype. Fingertips, reservoir dog. To the skull. Ignorant. Can I live? Still filming, kiss to death, friend protect your neck. Three boys in the Cadillac, grave digger, kiss to death, friend protect your neck. Shame on the three boys in the Cadillac, grave digger.
Money over on my head stop. Here lies young, getting paid for. Never take a loss on my head stop. Only take a when I'm dead. I'm gang 3 times on my head stop. Been from the cradle to the grave. Now your favorite rapper name on the head stop. Too late, you already dead. Right now I'm on the edge, so don't push me. Troublesome to 9 to 6. You a shook one, Reeves and know the ledge. I'm your, what's that? I smell. Let me count my. I'm 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Run. Hi, my name is Dirk Cobain. Like a. Here I go to the next episode. Ain't no damn this explosive Beast Coast. Yeah. The mother ride or die for my strictly for my survival of the fittest. That's the sign of the police. I'm in deep cover earth, skirt, lean back. Give me one more chance. They say Jesus walks and the devil wear Prada, but I'm so deaf. God can't tell me nothing. Right this on my death certificate. I gave you power. 21 questions like who? The warning. Watch them flashing like paparazzi. 2 words. Get money. Tonight's the night. Guess who's back on my block? Rather unique. Bucktown. This on that quiet storm. T-O-N-Y. Top of New York with a pitchfork.
My have an all white ring. Couldn't hit if it had ain't. Lanes can't call and you lame. You had it and you lost it, all the shine. I can buy a Billy, don't talk to me. For a show 150, don't talk to me. You ain't never help your mans, don't talk to me. You just follow all the trends, don't talk to me. I set the bar, I'm the bar. Like in the sky, I'm a star. I don't fall in love, cause I be loving. They ain't like my shirt, it's a large. I don't care, I crush a ghost. Got 2 cribs and 2 states, I be doing the most. I got white folks money that I won't blow. And if you ask why, cause the white folks don't. Big bank, tight, low bank, bank. Big bank, tight, low bank, bank. The type of money you gon' need to sight. The type of money you gon' need to buy. From the hood, this type of money make you stay away. Type of money.
All right, Coach, it's the NFL on EA Sports as you take a look there at Lincoln Financial Field in Philadelphia, PA. The scene in South Philly a few moments ago. Boy, the city of brotherly love is fired up. They're saying fly, Eagles, fly as they get ready to match up with Aaron Rodgers and the Green Bay Packers. Here's the kicker, Jake Elliott, ready to get this one started. And off we go from Lincoln Financial Field. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line.
Finna take our time. They are really talented, man. Very, very talented. So we're just going to stick to what we like to do. Tote that rock. Got some decent backs, but we need to take the pressure off Aaron Rodgers.
Now the man from UTEP, this is Aaron Jones. Looking for a seam, but finding none. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. No gain on the play there, 2nd down.
That's fine, though, because they know I'll get big with them.
Rodgers to throw on second down. He'll leave it for Montgomery, complete. And down he'll go at the 25. It's a gain of 6 on the play, and that'll bring up a third down.
Let's see what Valdez Scantling talking about, man. Show y'all my young boy.
In the passing game, and you know you can create those great mismatches. Throwing it to
one of my favorite players on the game right now, even though his ranking on like 7.
Help establish some rhythm, right?
I think so. It gets everyone involved. They feel like they're part of it, and really gets them amped up as they go forward.
Man open, that's Marquez Valdez-Scantling.
Yeah, he's pretty
going to
nice.
have a first down as he's
so
brought
fast.
down at the 44-yard line. That goes for a gain of 31.
I love dual halfback situations.
Territory now. Here's a 1st and 10.
Really keep them on their toes, especially when I start my second halfback. I got in my fullback position, start killing them. And on the ground, switch it up. They just really don't know what to do.
Throwing on first down is Rodgers.
Just take that.
And Graham's got it over the middle. And he'll go down shy of the 40 at the 41. The completion good for 3, and it's second down. I know when you got a top tight end like this, you want to get him involved, but when you do, you're hoping for more than that.
You certainly are. You've got to try and get him some space where he can make a play downfield, or at least an opportunity for some rack yardage, right? That run after catch.
That first down completion only netted him 3. 2nd and 7. On second down, it's Jones. And he'll take this one down to about the 40. Timmy Jernigan, the Florida State man, in on the stop.
I'll go to
the completion on first didn't get much, and now the run on second doesn't get a whole lot.
I-formation, and run it dead up the middle, and let him see that a few times. And then I'll hit him with the stretch. But when I play action, it's going to kill him. Definitely is going to kill him.
First down line at the 34.
But I'll just keep at that. And if I'm successful, it's even more deadly because I'll just keep pounding it. But I'm not one to keep running my head into a wall. So he's man-to-man. I think I got Adams or Cobb pretty easy.
Working from the gun, Rodgers.
That's good defense. I had to get it off.
Falls incomplete.
They'll put a check mark in the box where the defense coordinator was saying, how well can we
try
stay with these receivers if we're in man coverage? Because he just did it on now on force the incompletion. That allowed him to get bolder with his pass rush, won't it?
Absolutely. Frees up your guys elsewhere.
So I'll just bring my guy in motion.
And on their first drive,
have Adams hit the corner, clear some space for Cobb underneath.
Go for it on 4th.
But I'll bring Scantling over in motion and see what he can do. Check the trap, see if I can get a read on the coverage.
They'll go for it. It's Rodgers.
He caught it, but couldn't make a move.
And now this
is all right. 35. I really didn't want to try to kick it, you know.
And that could be a
field goal.
Major momentum
maybe should have punted.
Because the defense,
but it was just as distance where I mean, at the 35, I can look at that.
They go for it on the first drive of the game. They're the ones trying to establish something, trying to assert a little dominance. And guess what? You turn it back on them and give the ball to your own offense. I agree with you. It could change momentum in a big way.
Good defense, stretched him out. He tried me on the play action first.
He was trying to get it to Zach Ertz that
maybe should have been a little more deliberate. He might have had me.
I don't know about you, but I wanted to reach out of the booth and snatch that pass myself. That thing floated forever up there. I think that threw off the timing of the receiver. That's why he couldn't get his feet down even though he caught the ball.
You know, Charles, I would have liked to have seen that.
Yeah, me too.
For you, I wanted to see you reach out and catch that.
Yeah, you put it on my hands, huh?
And he takes this one all the way across midfield into enemy territory down to the 40-yard line.
So he liked to do that.
So into Packer territory
play
now.
action.
Here's 1st and 10, right at the 40.
But you can't stop. You can't stop being vigilant for the run.
Now it's the Boise State
and they'll hit you with
Jay Ajayi. And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain.
I understand the psychology of that well.
Come on now, let's go. Let's go, great.
They stay on the ground. Again, it's a
Come on, Nick Perry.
And he'll be brought down at the 27-yard line.
What you got going on, man? Wrap that man up, get him down.
Good enough to move the chains. Couple of nice carries
but
back
good
to back
run.
here.
Off in the barn. He off in the barn with a good run.
Bones runs now. I mean, they're getting substantial yardage, the kind of yards you're looking for, right? Let's go ahead and use a cliche. Stay ahead of the change, right? Five or more yards each time. That's what you're looking for in setting a tone and getting your offensive line.
Good hands, good defense, tip drive.
Now a throw to the end zone on first down, but it winds up incomplete.
But one thing's for sure, when you get a big receiver and you trust him downfield, you're going to give him opportunities to go up and get that 50-50 ball.
And he is a darn good
Gonna
big
go cover
receiver.
two, even though the ability to get to the middle of the field.
Once again,
Pray he
on
gonna
2nd and 10.
try to pick on me. See?
His throw caught right around the 6.
I just didn't want him to play the flats, which I should have gave him the flats versus the middle of the field. But that's how we do our play calling, man. It is what it is.
7 yards, and the Eagles have taken the early lead. He's got it.
But it's fine. I like to do stuff like that in the beginning of the game. It kind of sets them up for later. In crunch time, it's important that you don't give up the deep ball. It's important, you know. They'll make a chance. I'll get the sack, and they'll be in a situation where the flats ain't good enough. And that's when cover 3 will really be in effect. Show him some cover 2, switch it up right now, see what he bites on, and then we'll go from there. I mean, I'm not going to be just totally, completely patient. Like, I do understand. But you got to be able to play your opponent just as well as the team that you use.
With a carry by Jones. And he's able to plow forward up to about the 29, just shy of the 30. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's second
kind
and
of keep
4.
with the same tempo. I formation shotgun, I on the first, shotgun on the second. Just get him a what he may feel like is enough to be able to anticipate what I'm gonna do.
Now Rodgers throwing on 2nd down.
And I fucked up.
And incomplete there. A nice
I had
hit.
Adams
Jars
deep.
the ball free and brings up 3rd down.
But that's fine.
Let's face it, perfection is something we all chase, whether it's playing this game or whatever we do. Hard to attain, but that's what they were searching for as that pass goes incomplete.
From the gun on 3rd down, Rodgers.
Come on, put it right where I need you to, AR.
Interception. The big fella couldn't hang on, though. Incomplete.
Oh, man, that was close. The opportunity to change momentum, big play, right in his hands, unable to come down with it.
A sigh of relief, no doubt, on offense if that fell harmlessly to the ground. Here comes Eagle offense now as they get set to take over here. Now, they'll be looking to duplicate the efforts of drive number 1 that resulted in 7 points in the 7-zip lead.
Together
you know
now.
how much I enjoy horse racing, right? Looks like they call it
man in a
out of the
wildcat.
gate, as they would say when you run into big-time races. Means they get out to a fast start. They're setting the pace, making the other team chase now.
Wow, he's gone.
Darren Sproles, the 40. He's at the 30. 10. Touchdown, Philadelphia. Darren Sproles, 82 yards. And the Eagles are able to strike quickly for 6. And those are the highlight reel runs you dream of right there.
When he gets a seam and just gets through it, how about the explosiveness, the burst to get there to begin with, and then once he's in full gallop, good luck trying to track him down.
And those plays so demoralizing for the defense. Absolutely,
because you've done so much work trying to keep people in front of you. When they're past you and behind you, that's a tough one to swallow.
That's fielded in the end zone. And the decision to bring it out, a good one, as he's up a yard or 2 shy of the 30. And Green Bay getting
so we're pretty much going to stick to the script, down 14.
This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of the teams script plays. We know that, right? They
see what happens.
Script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays.
But this is where we get it.
Touchdowns early. Probably not very deep into their script.
Out of script. This is where we hit them. This is why, not script, tennis.
Generate some offense on this
Here we go.
Anything, at least 3 points, get that 0 off the board.
Crazy blitz. He did that.
Coming on the blitz.
Probably a victim of the run blitz.
Well, someone's been
He's
up to
making
the
me
task
pull
so
one
far
out
in this
the
game.
hat right here.
Up a couple of scores, Brandon, and guess what? I think they're just going to pin their ears back now and get upfield and get after the quarterback.
He's feeling real confident up 14. He's feeling good.
On 3rd and long, it's Rodgers. He's going to fire one deep over the middle. And that's caught inside the 35. And they do finally get him, but he takes it to the 25.
We just saw him hit a big play there on a deep post. And most of the time, the post isn't available because usually you have defenders in the middle of the field. But if you throw enough curls and crossing routes and underneath routes, I know from experience, they get tired of watching those balls get caught. They start to creep up a little bit, and that's when you can hit them big over the top.
And now a throw on 1st down there, but it's incomplete.
Let's face it, you can run the route.
We took a chance. I was feeling good after the big completion. Get back to what we know.
But once you get to game speed, it doesn't always time up quite that well. That one goes incomplete.
Rodgers,
come on, man. I got to have some type of help line.
He's going backwards. So after the no gain on the last attempt, here they get him behind the line.
Scantling, I kind of need him to make a play right here.
The 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. Now Rodgers throwing on 3rd and long. And he finds
good catch, Jimmy.
Graham. And down he goes.
I was really looking the other way, but he was open.
To the 7. A minute 57
Keep spreading
to go
them out.
in this first half. We'll come
he seems
back
to be able to. Well, actually.
this.
Nah, I'd slick like to play, but let me get Cobb over here like that.
From the gun, it's Rodgers. Flushed out right. Got a man open, it's Adams. Touchdown, Green Bay.
He do got some solid defense, though. He making me work for real.
A 7-yard touchdown grab. And the Packers are back within a score.
Again, I do all my games live, and then they post up afterwards. Y'all want to see me play live, man? Just like, subscribe, follow me, man. It's not hard. Put my gamer tag in the search bar. You can find me.
Here's the Philadelphia offensive unit now.
I'm new to this. Trying to see what's going on with it, really.
Coming off a one-play drive that was so deflating for the defense,
what's
their mentality? How do they rally here and stop this offense?
Well, hopefully there's some determination that sets in because they weren't ready to go on the last one. Give all the credit to the offensive guys for getting it done, but to allow a run of that length, that's just not being prepared. So now, are they determined? Are they ready to read their keys and make the proper plays?
And we'll see how determined they are. Wentz now on 1st down. That ball's caught. Aguilar right side. A very nice pickup.
This man is crazy.
Yards.
Trying to defend a drag route is really tough because you don't want to jump a route that's shorter or underneath as the drag route is too quickly because oftentimes they want to run that route and then hit over the top of you for bigger yardage.
All this man want to do is that roll-out cheese shit.
Timing of the receiver off the line of scrimmage so he can't actually get into the route. That's the best way to defend it, but there was no possibility of that on that play. End result, receiver won in a big way.
2 big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's 1st and goal. Snap coming at 1. Now Wentz. It's caught. And he is into the end.
Let's go off in the barn. Good drive, man.
Carson Wentz with 2 first-half touchdown passes. And
he just really drove down there on me. I didn't have an answer for that drive.
Elliott on for the extra point. Elliott good on the extra point, and it's now 21-7. Elliott now to kick this one away. This is taken about 7 yards deep.
Ah, he'll be the one to do it, though. He will be the one who do it.
Make it the 40-yard line.
At some point, we're going to get it through our heads. Special teams, special teams, special teams. The spark that often wins games.
Good starting field
so I feel like he's pretty much keying on Devontae Adams. So this is how Scanlon gets in. Jimmy, he eats a lot, too. Well, I'm really just hoping he keying on so much over there that Scanlon eats.
Rodgers now on first down.
Well, he played good defense.
He releases it, and that'll fall incomplete. Randall Cobb, the intended receiver, and that'll bring up second down. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down.
Hey, 626.
Rodgers will try again on second down.
The
ball comes out.
He keep hitting me.
They'll say it's incomplete. Now
keep catching
taken.
That's just
perhaps a chance for one more quick
his
play
line
and
is not
timeout
really up to par.
We'll see. The Packers on
Seems
3rd
like.
down. They've converted 3 out of 5 thus far. This is 3rd and 10. Throwing now is Rodgers. And finds a man with a crossing route. And he's able to get this one down to the 40-yard line. And with just 1 second remaining in the first half, they'll call the timeout.
So I pretty much just stick to what I know. You got to stop me.
Final shot before half for Rodgers. He's going to fire one deep, middle of the field. And it's knocked away and incomplete. And now due to apparent time constraints.
All right, off in the barn, man. He played some great defense in the first quarter, man.
So we've
first half, I
mean. Here in
he did his
Philly
thing.
with the Eagles on top. So the Eagles with
My
the
turn.
lead, and they're going to get this football first as the 3rd quarter gets underway. Out come the Eagles now as they'll go on offense first here in the 3rd quarter. This is sort of what you would call a put-away drive, isn't it? They score here, especially a touchdown. It's almost out of reach.
It certainly feels that way, and I think that they're going to call their plays accordingly because what you really want to do, even though you know the scoreboard is still up there and the game's going to go on, you think you can take the spirit away from another team, that their drive and will to come back and win can be taken with another score right here.
It's still 3rd quarter, but you just get that feel.
Yeah, they're teetering right there on the brink, aren't they?
It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up second down.
Really,
So I've been seeing a lot more of that.
They've been running it well all game, and I know goals change all the time, but any team will take that type of run each and every time.
And he's got some space here. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 12 yards there as they move the chains.
But that play looks familiar
And my
because
man
we
is
saw them
official
working
with
on it in
sticks.
practice this week. And for a lineman trying to block on this play, they love when they get the defense moving in one direction. And when they try and change directions, it's a lot easier to pick them up and ward them off.
We there. Good play, baby.
There jarred the ball loose and brings up second down. Well, those two have hooked up for a touchdown once already in this game, that time unable to find the completion.
Yeah, it just appeared they wanted to get him out into open space and try and get him the football. As you mentioned, unable to connect.
Yeah.
Only a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 3rd down.
Well, praise has to go to the guys on the offensive line because they've had a very nice, productive day running the football. How about that poor defensive line? They've been knocked around the entire game, and while they slowed them down on that run, can they continue to do so? Because they haven't had much success throughout this ball game.
Now Wentz on 3rd down. Eluding the pressure right. And he's caught on the sideline, but he's not going to have a first down. They say he was out of bounds, so a big call there. That brings up fourth. A third down, he tried to stay in bounds, did all he could. He caught
so I'm going to try something here. I'm going to try to get back there.
Yeah, and that's a...
And look at this. It's a fake.
Oh, he tried me.
A second time.
Wow, he's really showing out.
Breakdown defensively there on the fake punt. Turns into a huge play and a first down.
Always enjoy a good fake, but I really enjoy it when he throws the football from punt formation.
Yeah,
now,
he
you
doing
were a
me.
kicker and a
I
punter
like
in high
that,
school.
though.
Did you ever do that?
One time, threw to my man Tim Jones on a botched field goal attempt. Hit him right in the numbers, and Jonesy just dropped it.
Oh my God.
Well, we had a fake punt.
And he'll take it into the end zone.
This dude is killing me with these.
Sproles, his second touchdown of the afternoon. And the Eagles add on to their lead.
That drive that really increased their cushion felt very military to me. Very precise, methodical. That's one of the words you've taught me. And they just got it done.
And slowly but surely now starting to pull away a little bit. Things looking good for them here in the third
Off
quarter.
in the barn, getting off in my hand right here.
Slowly but surely. You also drain clock, too, with a drive like that. So you really
can't go out like that, man.
This one taken just inside the 10. And he'll take this across the 25. Couple extra yards up to the 27-yard line. So here are the Packers now. They get set for their first possession of half number 2.
Can't go out like that, man.
Chance for the offense, though, to put something on the board, get some momentum here in half 2.
Try and get things kick-started for them. And you know at the half, they discussed how they were going to get that done. This is where scripting comes into play a lot of the time.
How many plays do you script coming out of the second?
Most of the time in the first half, you're scripting 12 to 16. I think in the
Oh
second
my
half,
God, I
you're
pressed the
scripting more
wrong
8 to 10,
button,
kind of
and
a
he caught it.
starter or an
The ball popped in the air and intercepted. Picked up by Jalen Mills.
Oh, and that's a nice job defensively to get a piece of the football. He's going to pop it into the air, and then it's the tip drill. And good concentration by him to react to it and pull in the interception.
All right. That's what's going on.
Wentz and the Eagles now with a 1st and 10 at their own 15. They'll start out on the ground with Sproles. It's a loss of a yard there, and now second down.
I don't know how that man is still alive.
So
how did he get up?
A big day. No one on that
After
side
that
of the
play.
ball is excited about seeing a loss like that. Their goal, to make every play positive. And when you have a bad one like that, your next goal is to not let it spiral into more.
Escaping the pressure right. Throwing over the middle.
All
but it's
type of
incomplete.
craziness is going on.
He was waving his arms, wanted the football, but he dropped it. And that reminds me of a story you told me from your days at Tennessee. We don't need to mention the other guy's name, but when he dropped an open pass that you blew coverage on, what'd you say to him?
Yeah, it's really not right since I blew coverage, but since he dropped the pass, I said, well, maybe next time he'll just walk it out here and hand it to you. Would that be easier? He wasn't real thrilled with that.
That's cold-blooded. Cold-blooded. Jeffrey with a catch left side. They'll get 10 there, but it leaves them just short for 4th down.
So much about offense is what you call hidden yardage. You know, you throw the ball to someone, they catch it, and then they can make a big play. You know, they create.
And they're going to fake it.
Man, this man is just trying everything, bro. This nigga disrespectful, bro.
Anxious moments there on the fake, but they do get just enough to pick up the first down.
Just do it all, huh? Wow.
Now it's Ajayi. Call it no gain on the play.
Want to hurdle everything. This dude is not a ball player for real.
Well, I guess he came off the corner, but really nice play.
I like when you're able to pose a question and answer it at the same time. That's exactly where he came from, but it's not something that you normally see. Most of the time, we're thinking about those guys covering pass catchers. In this case, he was a big factor in the run game. No gain.
It looks like the Packers have added an extra DB on 3rd down. Now a play fake. Wentz. Ertz has it left side. And he went nowhere. He'll lose yardage back to the 29. He lost a big chunk, 6 yards there, and it leads to 4th down. The Eagles send out their punter now. On presumably to punt, though he did. And look at this, another fake. And this is incomplete. A huge gamble, and it does not pay off.
Dude,
the punt.
He just won't quit with it. He just would not quit.
Risky play there to
That's
fake
crazy.
It.
I ain't never seen nothing like this.
Here they're going to be the GOAT.
Unfortunate, too, because you know they thought they had something there. They don't call it just a call. They don't just say, oh, what the heck.
Trying to get it to Adams, but it's intercepted. Picked off by Rodney McLeod. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
If you could see my face.
Well, this defensive pressure has been constant all game long. The pass rush, the coverage, they've all been excellent, and now they'll tack on an interception here as this one continues to slip just further and further out of hand.
So after the INT, here's Wentz. Now the pressure comes and he goes down. Just inside the 10, back at the 9. Kenny Clark able to swamp him from that defensive tackle spot for a loss of 5. Coming up now on a 2nd and 15 following that sack. Now Wentz throwing on 2nd down. Flush to his right. And they'll bring him down right around the 13. They'll wind up with positive yardage. It's a gain of 3, but now it's 3rd down. And now a timeout coming from the defensive side for the Packers. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the 4th quarter. From the gun on 3rd down, Wentz. And that is incomplete.
Get my pick. Come on, man. Give me me.
Better way up here, but that looked like an ill-advised throw to me. I didn't see anything open. And this play just didn't look right from the beginning.
It did not. I thought he might get outside and just chuck it away. Dangerous pass, incomplete. The Eagles, and from their own end zone, it's a fake. He rifles one that's intercepted.
He still feel the need to try me.
36, and his guys are going to take over at the 34-yard line. When someone other than the quarterback is throwing the football, it's either beautiful or a disaster, and here it was the latter.
Nowhere in between, right? I think you're exactly right. It takes some fortitude to call that type of a play, but when it doesn't work, oh boy.
Come on, what, man? Come on, the pass interference, bro. You can't beat somebody like that, bro. That's crazy. Can't win like that, man. He did that shit on purpose. Can't win like that, dog.
On play action, it's Rodgers. He's going to fire one deep over the middle. Oh, he almost had it. Already with one interception, just missing a second there. Another wayward pass. You know, things started out poorly in this game, and to be frank, they just really haven't gotten much better.
And all that does is embolden a secondary. They feel good about what's going on, and they just play better and better.
Throwing is Rodgers on 3rd down. He's going to let this one go deep.
Give me that. Give me that.
Touchdown.
Know your stick skills ain't up to par.
Devontae Adams with his 2nd touchdown.
Make it respectable. Damn.
And that interception key as it leads to the touchdown. Crosby with the extra point, and that cuts the lead to 28-14. 2 scores down, 2 timeouts at their disposal. This is a critical onside kick. And the Eagles dodge a bullet. They cover it up. Well, 4th quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we brought
couldn't get no type of hop from it or nothing. Just dead duck on the ground, man.
Expecting an onside kick. 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more.
Okay, that man all day.
Kind of like when the coaches tell us, well, when you score on special teams, 93% of the time you win the game. I'm still waiting to see that number is empirical.
So they'll come up after the incompletion for 2nd down. Play action. Now Wentz. Rolling to his right. Now he's going to throw it back. This is
Same shit. Same shit.
And he gets this one all the way down inside the 15. That goes for a gain of 31. They go play action here on first down. And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. And now the Packers going to take another timeout. That's going to be their second. They'll be left with one more plus the 2-minute warning, and we'll be back. So after the sack, here's 2nd and 14. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he was able to shed the tackle, but the reserves come in for the stop.
And that's because I know he going to go for it. He ain't going to take the 3. He going to try to go for it.
So they'll be left with only the 2-minute warning to stop it from here on out. Here's Wentz to throw.
Ah, shit.
Taken in by Jeffrey. He's got
man crazy.
Touchdown Eagles. 3 touchdown passes now.
Going the damn thing, man.
And the Eagles add 6 to their lead. Oh, it's a fake. They'll try and throw for
this
him.
man, hey, he pulling all the trickeration out the box.
This big lead, they said, forget 1. We want 2.
He is with the shits.
Unbelievable that they didn't even attempt it from the 15-yard line. What are they thinking? I do know this. When you
get right
in this situation with that type
doing
of
me, this man spanking me, y'all.
Oh boy! I'll tell you what, meeting them again somewhere down the line, they'll remember this. Yeah, they'll think that they were trying to clown them a little bit.
The Green Bay offense now about ready to
that
take
man
possession
is spanking me.
They're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
Rodgers will bring the pack up with a 1st and 10 at their own 28-yard line. On 1st and 10, here's Rodgers. Over the middle, that's caught by Adams. And he gets all the way down to the 30-yard line. A big play there.
Graham in the corner. Graham in the corner.
Rodgers now on 1st down. And he's caught right at the 10-yard line. And down he goes, taking it inside the 10 to the 7. Time for a break. We'll come back and see this one out after this.
This dude spanked me, man. He came out with it.
That's fine. Let's go.
To throw, it's Rodgers. Forced out to his left. This will be caught at about the 5. And he'll be brought down this time at the 5-yard line. He'll get only 2 there, and it's 2nd and goal.
I think that should have been chalked up as a winning play for the defense, and they somehow beat it, didn't they? Right into the quarterback, flush to his left, yet he finds his tight end on the left side of the field.
Come on, stay in, man.
What a great completion.
Now a 2nd down throw for the end zone, but it's incomplete.
Boy, you will not see a quarterback of his caliber miss on one like that very often. I mean, there it is, wide open, got the shot, and he misfires.
We talk about, boy, he'll want that one back all the time. He definitely wants that one back. Rodgers now to throw. Got a man open, it's Adams. Touchdown, Green Bay.
Garbage time points.
Devontae Adams, a 5-yard touchdown. And the Packers get a score closer. Now Crosby for the point after. Extra point up and good by Crosby. And that will get him one closer. Crosby on now.
My boy just put me on the grill, y'all. Barbecue chicken. I ain't even try to onside kick it. You know, let's just get up out of here, man. Keep it respectable. He don't know how to do that. Hope he do something crazy. He throw me a pick now. Now we cooking.
And that's the 25-yard line.
He sleep on barbecue me this game, man.
As a handoff to Sproles to start the drive. And he'll get this one up to the 26. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
Not a big run on the first play of the drive, but that doesn't necessarily mean it was a bad play. Sometimes you're just trying to settle in, get your guys a little bit of contact, and get things moving.
Throwing is Wentz. Now he's going to let it go deep back over.
Oh, get that!
And the hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete. The Eagles on 3rd down. Just 1 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 9.
Man 5-7.
On play action, Wentz. Aguilar has it. A big gain there, and that should certainly be enough to put this one in the win column. He's been the go-to guy. They needed a big play there on 3rd down. Went his way. It worked out.
Doesn't matter whether they've scouted it or that they think he's going to get the ball. He has a knack for finding his way open and completing the connection.
Give me that.
And intercepted. Maybe the turning point they need. Picked off by Jair Alexander.
Let's go, Jair.
2-score game here in the 4th, and that pick, it kind of keeps the door ajar, doesn't it?
I don't know, man.
Strategy because with a 2-score lead,
25 seconds left, no timeout. I have to score on this play, get the onside kickback, and score on the first play again. But maybe it can happen.
So after the INT, it's Rodgers.
It is fucking Aaron Rodgers.
And that one falls incomplete.
It is fucking Aaron Rodgers.
Position there, but he couldn't hold on it at 2nd down.
I remember a coach telling me a long time ago the difference between playing corner and safety in the NFL. Corner is like the Autobahn. Everybody just flying by, and these corners have been really busy in this game.
Okay, glad he didn't catch it.
Good numbers put up against him offensively. Another throw on 2nd down, and this one incomplete as well.
Sometimes the coverage is so good, no matter what you're doing on offense, you just can't shake anyone free. They try their best to find someone open, but they took away every passing alley, every angle, and shut the play down.
Now yet another incompletion here as they fail to connect on 3rd. And he couldn't hang on to it through the contact. Incomplete. And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter, let's see how this plays out. Now Rodgers got to have this one. And he comes back with one complete. And brought down, but able to get it to their 30-yard line. They
One more
keep
play.
the game alive, at least for the moment,
Nope.
as it's a 1st down. Charles, we saw a lot of points go up in this.
All right, off in the barn. You did your thing, man. Till next time, y'all.